Okay, so this is very interesting here. Very interesting. Now I'm gonna show you something very interesting here. You see, it's today the universe somehow put everything together for me, right? Now what I mean, you see this store here, this store, it's very interesting store. It say free people, like what a name. Guess what? Like 30 years ago, I believe, 25 something years ago, I used to have a company, clothing company, and used to be called Fly for Free People. Now that company here is called Free People, you see. Now also the location is magical because that is where one of my first jobs in America started, right here. I was right here. This is West Broadway in Manhattan, West Broadway. That is a SOHO, the artistic place here. You can see these all these fancy companies, or companies that wants to be perceived to be fancy. They have all these like fancy clothing for $200, $500, like a little shit like this dress. You see this dress here? Yep, it's a dress made of fabric for $5, but here in this area it costs like $500 or $1,000, something like this. Unfortunately, I cannot see some label. Yeah, I see some label over there. A bag for $500 and something dollars of this race, London. Now, that's a very interesting thing. What I was working here, I was working for an artist here, a friend of mine, who was setting up my table right here. Yeah, right here I was working. Interestingly, but when I was working back then as a vendor, I was selling the art of this Bulgarian artist. And you see, this company that is supposedly presenting themselves free people have like a little sign here. This is what the Free People company is telling you. They are trying to impose, please no vendors from here to curb. Well, it used to be a time in New York City that if you want to be a small business or something like an artist, you had no need to go and ask the city. You just go here, right here, and set up your own table and you work. But now any kind of fancy corporation like this Free People corporation that is selling their shit for like astronomical prices, you know, they somehow feel like they have to be here, you know, asking please no vendors, you know, like a very kind of seductive. So if you come here with your table and you set up here, I'm gonna show you, like you come here and if you set the table here, you know, maybe the owner of this shop will somehow be, you know, disgusted by you coming and selling on the street. So he will just simply point, hey, look at this here, we have this sign, please no vendors. And you may believe this company that they do have the right over you to prevent you from working on the street. So now 20 years ago I was here in Broadway as my first job, helping a friend of mine, a great artist of watercolor paintings, and I was selling here on the street for him. Anyway, somehow every September it's the month of colors and love, and kind of when the how to say poetically, when the energy it's getting from very high going to subtle a little bit, the subtle energy of September, like the high peak energy of the summer, it's subsiding slowly subsiding in more center center kind of vibe. So somehow I end up here magically on my first location when I came in America, and I was surprised by these buildings. These were school buildings back then, especially this type of buildings. You see these type of buildings here, like especially this one over there. This is the predecessors of all the skyscrapers. This is what was the first skyscrapers looking like. These are called cast iron. You know, there's a whole technology. I can talk for 3 hours just about this technology, but I was very intrigued by this type of buildings. They was very, very cool buildings here in Soho. Majority of buildings are like this, you see. They called casted irons because they was made in a factory, and that's why the lofts in Soho are humongously high. You know, if you go in these stores, they are not this one in particular. That's a modern build, but you can see how huge the door is. This door is like 500 pounds, and it is very cool to be in Soho, you know, to take a little break to remind myself about my past. So there you have it, the life for you guys here in Soho, to see what's really going on. That's right, that's where was my table here in Soho, West Broadway. A beautiful place, by the way, beautiful place to hang out. A lot of snobbish people here. They come to visit these snobbish stores, but also a new innovative companies also are coming around this area to do their promotions. This is like a kind of a cool place, right? If you're a cool person, yeah, you should be settling here, you know, with your stuff like that, you know. So yeah, a cool place. And of course, typically New York style, you know, it's like, doesn't matter that the rents are here are thousands of dollars, and the cool people are always here. It's just like you can see the cool people are like, they are all over, you know. But not to forget about that we're in New York City, as you can see. Typically New York style. Let me check. You see, you know, like you have to be, you know, you have to be puzzled by this kind of, you know. Now let me see what they're selling in the store. 1898 gold Luke Belair red gold. Yeah, you see. And pink, of course. But this is how it is, you know. You can see what's going on in New York. That's like the New York style. I hear some music. I'm gonna leave my flying saucer. I'm gonna leave it here for a while next to the hydrant, parked double, triple. You see there, say no parking, 1 violation, 2 violations, and oh my god, I forgot my shoes. Now let's check the shoes. Everybody gives me compliment about my shoes. I can totally fit the landscape of you know, I can totally fit the landscape of a Soho guy or a Soho personality, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take the risk. The risk over there, you see, this is a risk of like $200-300 tickets, or $115 to be exact. So I'm gonna take the risk now to leave my flying saucer and to show you here what is really going on in Soho. You know, it's a beautiful place. I can see that yeah, these are the hipsters. They are all over, you know, like that's like the cool coffee shop here. That's the spot, you know. This is the spot here. Everybody comes here to drink coffee. I don't know why they are not open today. What's up? Yep, Corona, something like this. Yeah, you see. Also, this was one of my favorite streets here, Spring Street. My favorite was Prince, the next one, you know. But I'm gonna show you some other day. I'm gonna be Prince another day. Today it's gonna be Spring Street is cool. You know, I learned a lot. I was talking about these buildings, right? So there's construction here. The cool people are here. A lot of fashion is going on. You know, if you're a pickup artist, you come here to seduce these top models that are walking, you know, like showing off. They all show off. Yeah, I'm super cool. And you come here, you see these people here. Oh wow, guy with the yeah, that is the spot here. The coffee shop is here, but for some reason, I guess that's the signature of the coffee shop. You see? Yep. Yeah. I was hearing violin. I was attracted by the violin. I think it's a street performer, or maybe some of these. It should be a. Oh, there you go. That's the guy. Yeah. Let me see. My car is still there. Maybe they. I'm just gonna show you. Yeah. There is an artist here. Yes, artist is always here. He has 2 spectators. There you go. A lot of people are taking. Yep. Yeah, he still is here. He's still here. Yes. So there are artists here all over. You have to come and check them out. Yep. Yeah. You see what is this guy doing? Yep. Yeah. Everybody say yes to this crazy shoes that I have. But anyway, you see guys, this is SOHO, and I should be here with Maria, but she is like very busy home, like doing a big job, you know, something like she's preparing for the next big thing. Okay, so now I will go back to my job. Oh, what a dog. Everything is kind of cool here, right? Okay, so I showed you, and I will go back on my thing. But I just wanted to show you that 20 years ago, or 19 exactly, something like this. Yeah, exactly 19 years I was hanging out here. Wow, that was like, it seemed to me, it seems to be like it was like yesterday. I still remember when my boss told me, hey, you will never be able to sell these pictures as efficient as I'm selling because you are not the artists. Yeah, and people here buy artists, they don't buy pictures here, you know. Oh my god, what a man. Yep. So I see you guys